Hi, this is Vic, and today I want to talk about the freedom of not having to pump gasoline so often. Since owning my extended range electric vehicle, or plug-in hybrid as some people call it, that is my 2014 Cadillac ELR, I've been very pleased with how seldom I am required to pump gasoline into the vehicle. Now, because it is an extended range electric vehicle, or plug-in hybrid, it can use gas when needed, when I need it to. And I think many times it has been oversimplified in some of the commercials. They say you can the car will switch to gas when it needs to. And the assumption oftentimes is that when the gasoline engine comes on, that's going to propel the car just like any other gasoline engine does. And that's not the case. That is not the case. The engine or the generator in the Cadillac ELR and the Chevrolet Volt and the Chevy Volt can act as a generator to generate electricity for the vehicle, to send electricity to the motors that drive the wheels, and or to send electricity to the power supply to recharge to add to the state of charge of the power supply. It's not going to fully recharge the power supply, but I've gotten too much into the technical aspects of the ELR and the Volt. My main point that I want to get to is how much free from gasoline I am. Typically, I will pump gasoline about every 3 months. Yeah, about every 3 months, I may pump some gas into my car. If I need to drive long distance, then I will need to pump gas more often. And I don't like doing that. I really do not like doing that anymore. I am now trying to see how I can maximize my energy efficiency in my car. And there's a shot of the Chevy Volt and the Cadillac ELR. Both run this basically the same way, I believe. They're both made by General Motors. The Chevy Volt by Chevy, obviously, and the ELR by Cadillac. The best way, in my opinion, to get away from pumping any gasoline and to save a bunch of money is to purchase a car like this one from this manufacturer. That is a Tesla. As I sit here tonight making this recording, Tesla, in my opinion, is by far the best electric vehicle on the market. There's not many gasoline-powered vehicles, performance-wise or driving-wise, in any price range that can beat a Tesla. Any gasoline-powered vehicles that can beat a Tesla in performance or handling, in my opinion. Now, I was about to get away from being free of gasoline, but the Tesla will make one totally free from gasoline. The Tesla Model 3 is slated to have an MSRP of approximately $35,000. It's going to be a much higher performance car than the Chevrolet Volt. The Volt, I believe, runs at about $35,000 as well. The Tesla has much more luxurious materials in it. It has much more space in it. The handling is better. Acceleration is much better. And supercharging is free. So basically, if you drive a Tesla, you don't have to worry about filling up the car or pumping gas money out of your car. Because that was my main motivation for getting into an extended range electric vehicle in the first place, was to stop pumping gas money out of my pocket. And supercharging at a Tesla with a Tesla is free. It's free. And the last thing I read about Tesla and superchargers is that Tesla currently has no plans on making supercharging a profit center. And this shows my latest screenshot of my lifetime miles per gallon in my ELR. Now I want to get away from measuring my energy efficiency in my vehicle in MPG, or miles per gallon. And the fact that I only have to fill up or put gas in my car about every 3 months, I still think is fantastic. I greatly appreciate that. But I do not want to use gasoline anymore at all. The advantages of going to a car such as Tesla is that you don't have a gasoline engine, and because you don't have a gasoline engine, you don't have spark plugs that are going to have to be replaced. You don't have little tiny explosions happening inside of cylinders. You don't have pistons going up and down, or piston rings or O-rings that have to be replaced. You don't have a radiator, so you don't have any fluid in a radiator, no radiator fluid. You're not wasting energy, because the reason a car engine gets so hot is because it expels wasted energy. That heat is energy that's being wasted. What's required for the main component that drives a Tesla over the road is electricity to flow through some wires. It's as simple as that. The wires that are in the motor can be referred to as the windings, and can be referred to as the windings. Okay. Now the windings are there. They're wound tight enough or close enough to each other so that the flux field around the rotor is strong enough to cause the rotor in the motor to turn. Now you're going to use there's going to be some bearing usage in there, obviously, because like wheel bearings, and the motor is going to have bearings on it as well. But you don't have any oil changes that you don't have to deal with. You don't have any transmission fluid that you have to deal with. Overall, you're going to have less maintenance, and the maintenance is not going to be, it's going to be less maintenance and fewer parts to replace. You don't have as many mechanical parts to replace, and you're not spitting poisonous fumes into the air that we breathe either when you're going straight with a straight electric vehicle, such as a Tesla. Now, the picture you're looking at is a Model S. This was taken, I took this photograph of this Model S at the Tesla dealership in Charlotte, North Carolina on Independence Boulevard. Now, the advantages of buying a Tesla is that there's no middleman markup. See, when you buy a car from a car dealership in any given city, such as Tom's, let me make up a name, like Tom's Toyota. You know, Tom wants his name to be associated with Toyota so badly that he's always advertising it. You know, you can't get away from Tom advertising his Toyotas on television. There's one car manufacturer that has advertisement where when they talk about their cars, they talk about love, and that's absolutely ridiculous. There's one dealership that talks about going places. They say their car name, then their car brand, then they'll say, let's go places. And see, what the car manufacturers want you to do is they want you to be emotionally attached to a car. They want it to be an emotional decision that you're going to make, because they know that making an emotional decision when buying something is not a good thing for you to do. They know it's a good thing for them to have you do, because they're going to make money out of it. Now, as far as Tesla go, I think a good slogan with Tesla would be Tesla, a smart decision. I think that would be a good slogan to go with Tesla, because overall you're going to save money. You're going to save tons of money. You're going to save a lot of money. How much money in parts, in labor, maintenance, gasoline? Do you pump into your car on a monthly or yearly basis? It's a lot of money. It all adds up. And you don't have to do a lot of that with a Tesla. Hi, this is Vic, and a quick plug for the CyberKnife. You see in the screen, Fight Like a Spartan. Men, we have a tool that can and does defeat and destroy prostate cancer without surgery. That's right, without surgery. The CyberKnife is located in hospitals throughout the country. Go to cyberknife.com, click on search, enter your zip code, and it will tell you where the nearest hospital is that has a CyberKnife facility. I know because it happened to me in 2007. My treatments went like this. On my way to work, I drove to the hospital, laid down for 45 minutes, had to stay still, completely dressed, and then when they told me they were finished, I got up and I went to work. The treatment is as simple as that. I am not oversimplifying. Fight like a Spartan. We have a tool that will kill and destroy prostate cancer. Mine was destroyed in 2007. It is now 2017 as I sit here doing this recording.